the aspect of your book that I really enjoy is the exercise, especially when I was listening to the audio part of it, and then you would ask us to pause and just kind of like think about it. And I particularly enjoy reading the part about transformation of fear. And a lot of time, like we interpret, I'm just thinking from my experience, and reading your book kind of made me be a lot more conscious about the decisions that I make. A lot of it's fear-based, and fear, as we know, I'm just quoting you, and false evidence appearing real. And so a lot of times when I'm like, and I also work in the legal industry, so how can you not be fearful? Litigation. And so I have developed this really risk-averse mentality. Everything is like, you just have to, I just could not really trust to some extent. And also I think that has a lot to do with I came when I was like maybe 12 years old. So I have formed enough of opinion. I've known enough about like the Chinese culture from Hong Kong, and coming here and being just sort of not being able to speak the language fluently, and sometimes being made fun of. And so there's a lot of things that growing up, I have sort of actually just became a lot more fearful. And I've also witnessed how my parents were really fearful of not being able to make a living, that we might, one of their concerns was like, are they going to be able to provide for us so that we can actually like make a decent living when we grow up? So a lot of those like really affected our soul, like, in terms of when we were in our very formative years in a foreign country. So I think that really, I didn't really quite thought about this until I started reading the transformation of fears and the different aspect of it. And so this is one of the reasons why I really want to get you to talk about some of this concept. So
Yeah,
thank you for
yeah,
doing
I
that.
love that. I love what you're talking about, Ashley. And also, you asked about soul corrections before. The majority of our fears, whenever they come, you're exactly right that they have antecedents from way, way back in childhood. They have triggers, things that we might remember now that trigger us. And you're also exactly right about the illusory nature of the majority of our fears. Fears, FEAR, false evidence appearing real. The majority of fears are just that illusion. They never come to pass. And that our goal is to transform these fears into our soul correction. If indeed this is a fear, how do we transform it into a soul correction? What is it that we're meant to overcome? And what steps do we take to liberate ourselves from the fear, to be able to get to the other side of fear and have faith, love, and trust, and then to free ourselves?